Yeah.
So the free area now, I'll talk about the area, say, I will draw this. Can you see it? Free areas. So say in this circle, if you are in it, and you are out of it, yeah? So if you are in it, you have done what Jesus have told you, yeah? So you have the, say for this circle is the, have a close relationship with God, you develop the close relations of God. If you are doing it, then it's fine. But if you are not, say you come out of it, you have other things distracting you. You have other things like trying to stop you from doing that, like sin. Sin is the things that stop us having a continued relationship with God. So if you are there, then you're outside. You are not under the umbrella. You probably the devil will take you out. Yeah. So the first area is the first commandment: to love God with all your heart, yeah, all your mind, all your soul, all your strength. And the other is love your brother and sister. Okay, so I write this. So it is an intersection. Now we have got intersection of the two areas, this area and this area. So we are not just doing one thing and ignore the other. We have to do both, isn't it? So we have to do the loving God, and we have to do the loving others. Yeah. So this is the intersection. So we ignore all this now because this is all sin. You know that it's all sin, because if you just do this, you are having a good relationship with God, but you are outside the loving each other. You're still sinning. You're still under the not in the umbrella. So when we look at the free area, the last area is the Great Commission. Great Commission: go ye and make disciples of all nations, baptize them. Hey, how many of you have baptized people yet? How many? See?
That's the question.
I have baptized.
See, I would like to ask you, this is the Great Commission for everybody. So why do you monopolize this to the church, to the pastor who have a baptistry? Why can't you just do it? So I also have to add that on this area, because when St. Paul is talking to Peter, St. Peter, about, okay, I'm going to the Gentiles, yeah, and he's in Galatians is like talking about, oh, I'm going to the Gentiles, and Peter said, I'm staying in Jerusalem. So he cared for the Jews, and Paul also go to the Gentiles, but obviously he went out. In the scattering place, there is, like in other places, there's also scattered Jews. And so you notice that Paul have a heart for the Jews too. So he went outside the Gentile land, not just going to the Gentile, but he went to the land of the Gentile. Most of the time he goes straight into the synagogue to find the Jews first. And when the Jews reject him, he does off his feet and say, okay, I know that you now reject, so I just go to the Gentile. So this is it. But when they are talking in the book of Galatians, and Peter actually mentions, don't forget the poor. So on this area, I know many people have concentrated on the Great Commission, but actually Peter have added to Paul about that. It's about serving the poor. Serving the poor. And so Paul actually answers, say, oh, this is what in my heart anyway.
Yeah, the poor, the widow, and orphan.
So this area, I would say the Great Commission plus serving the poor. Okay? So I try to make it clear. So same that if you are on here or outside, is like below is sin. If you are just in here, it's sin. It's just in here, it's sin. If it's just outside here, it's sin. So that only the intersection of here is under the umbrella. It's where we should position ourselves. So always check whether your life is coming to this. Are you living here? Are you living here? Check yourself. Say for a week. How do you do this week on this area? How do you do this week on this area? What do you do this week on this area? Have you been just doing one part and ignored another part? So think about it. If you haven't got this, you love your brothers and sisters, you do great Christian missions, but you yourself don't have a good relationship with God. Yeah. And Matthew 7, he said, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. I do not know you, you evildoers. Get away from me.
Yeah.
It's very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
So always check yourself about this. And no, well, this part is easy. If you are like having a church, if you have good worship, and nice coffee afterward, you're loving each other, and you're caring for each other, and you do not do any mission work. You don't care for the poor. Yeah, so you're outside the umbrella, and your church won't grow unless you still shift from other congregations. You can still shift from other congregations. There's so many competitions in different congregations and groups, and they know that this is the trick. Yeah. So, but actually the church won't grow if you do not do this. So we will talk about this more because we are actually in here doing the outreach, then we talk about this. So we are actually coming from here and then we extend it to here. Just to remind you, yeah, we are doing outreach, we are doing the kingdom's work, but don't neglect these two areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, or otherwise we are still in sin. So, okay, I'll talk about this already. I'll talk about if you haven't got the loving each other, what will happen? You're doing very quick mission work. Maybe a lot of people got saved. And you yourself is fighting and eating each other. You're devoting each other. Isn't it? So that's not very healthy, isn't it? And people come to here, come to your fellowship, and people mix with you, and you're full of hatred, and they're talking about, that one. You're pointing fingers behind them, and you are not harboring your like forgiveness and acceptance. So you have a lot of trouble, and it will actually one part of failure can lead to the other part's failure. Many people who were very good on this, but because of something wrong in the fellowship, they drop out and they forget about Jesus. They drop out of the church. They want to do anything from now on. They don't even pray to God. They don't even read the Bible anymore because they are so upset. Okay, we stop for now.
But it's interesting how you're saying that you've got the three areas, but the center is encapsulating all three things.
Yeah.
The intersections as well.
Intersection, yeah.
Yes.
So this is like a diagram representative of how you understand the Bible easier. I will still challenge you because I really have a thought about this, because this is very fundamental. And when you got that, you have to think, am I right? Don't believe any preacher preach to you unless you challenge the thoughts, challenge that idea. I write this, is this the perfect will of God? Have you checked it for yourself on the Bible? I challenge you because I want to be conclusive. I want to cover everything.